currently looking at the ECMS welcome screen. This should look familiar. Here I'm going to log in as a consultant with a consultant principal user ID. In order to log in as the consultant, I'm going to go to the user ID field. Here I'm going to enter in my user ID and hit the tab key on the keyboard, and then password is my password I'm entering. Here I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm getting a message about security and my user ID and password and about not sharing it. It's a pretty important message. Read it through at least once. Once you have read it once, you can hit your enter key again a second time. That will get you logged in past this message. So here you could click OK and continue, or you can hit the enter key on the keyboard. Uh-oh, I logged in with an invalid username and password combination. I must have had a typo here. So here's where you can see how messages are going to appear. And here I'm going to type in my my user ID again, and my password again, and hopefully this time no typos. Here I'm going to hit my enter key twice, and watch how quickly this goes through. I'm just hitting my enter key twice on the keyboard. Again, you'll want to read that message at least once, and then after that you can use that enter key twice. So here again, I am now logged in. I am getting a message, one failed password attempt was recorded against your user ID. That's another security feature to let you know someone was trying to log in as you and failed. Well, here I know it was me. In the upper right-hand corner, once I am logged in, I've got my logout hyperlink in the upper right-hand corner. So once I log in, I'm starting a session in ECMS, and I really want to log out in order to end that session properly behind the scenes on the servers. And log out properly means clicking the log out button. You can close out of the ECMS window, but it's a little bit better behind the scenes for everything that's going on if you end your session properly. Here I can also see the user that I'm logged in as, and if I click that user ID, I'll see all the security groups this person is assigned to. Clicking it again a second time will collapse that list. Over on the left side of the screen, you also have the ECMS logo, and above that there are 3 links for Home, Sitemap, and Help. Home will always take you back to this welcome screen. The sitemap is an index of ECMS web pages, and the Help is the ECMS online help. The developers always did a really good job of putting a lot of information into that help, so I always found that very useful to go in and view that help. I want to point out 2 other things here on the welcome screen. The ECMS help desk number is here if you need any additional assistance. You can always call the ECMS help desk. That has not changed. And down at the very bottom is your session information. So it used to be that you get a pop-up message telling you you've been inactive for 29 minutes, and then you'd click OK. If it was within 1 minute, it would keep you logged in. If not, you'd be logged out. Well, there's no more message. You won't see that pop-up anymore. But down at the bottom, you will see your session timeout, how many minutes until you time out. And that's how many minutes you've been inactive in ECMS. Again, that's a security feature in ECMS. And ECMS2 here, that after 30 minutes of inactivity, you will be automatically logged out. So in order to not be logged out, I have to refresh the screen in some way, save the screen, go to a new screen. You can also use the refresh button in the toolbar, in the Internet Explorer toolbar. So when I click that refresh button, it's going to refresh the screen. It used to be it would always take you back to the welcome screen. Well, no more. Here in ECMS2, whatever screen you're on, you're going to stay on if you use that refresh button. Another nice new feature. You're not in frames on this web page like you used to be. So it's going to refresh the screen and it will stay on the current screen that you're in. Underneath the ECMS logo, I've got a menu bar. And again, that will replace the navigation bar. So here you'll be able to access the ECMS functionality or functional areas of ECMS. The first menu option here is Business Partner. And here I've got a link to additional business partner information. And then consultant information, we'll see that in a little while here. And contractor information. Some of these menu options will actually take you back to the current ECMS. So what's being implemented here is the consultant agreement selection functions of ECMS, or some of you may know that as Wave 3 functions. So the design and construction functions are currently still in the current ECMS system. So some of these links will actually take you back to the current ECMS in a new window. The next menu option over is Solicitations. This will allow me to go in and view consultant information. As a consultant here, I can go view planned projects, advertisements, selection results. Here I can also go in and view contractor advertisements by viewing contractors. This will actually take me to the old ECMS, to the e-bidding homepage. And the forum from this menu. The forum is a new function where I can post questions as a consultant. The next menu option over is Engineering Agreements. Here I can go in and search for agreements. I can also search for invoices from here as well. Those are two search portals in ECMS 2. The next menu option is Construction Projects. Again, that would take me back to the current ECMS system. And then the last one here, last menu option with a drop-down menu is References. And there's also an icon here at the end of the menu bar that it takes you to My Work Queue. It's a little folder with a little person sticking out. That My Work Queue is going to be where you can go view items that are pending some kind of action from you, whether it's a review or a submission of something. So it's kind of like your to-do list in ECMS 2.